How we doing, guys? It's the Saintsman here, small van driver on the CX, and it's a week in the life of last week. It's Saturday. It's 5:15. It's about the only time I'm going to get to do it. The week in the life of video. So, yeah, we became a bit of a multi-drop driver. Not massively multi-drop, but yeah, Thursday and Friday we had sort of multi-drop deliveries. Let's go back. And my fuel, the cheapest fuel last week was 156.39, which was with my other UK fuels card. It's gone down next week because I've already got the numbers. It's gone down about threepence, fourpence, so that's better. I had a job booked in on the Monday, which was Northampton to Thatcham, and it weren't picking up till 9 o'clock. So Monday was a really good day actually. It all fell in place really, and it was 10 boxes, and it was going to Thatcham. There's a retail, like a business park, come retail as well. And I got a booking at 12 o'clock, and I got down there at 11 o'clock. And I've been here before to this distribution centre, and they don't normally let you in until at least half hour before, and they tend not to tip you until right on time. And while I was sitting there waiting outside, didn't even try and go in, a job was on there from Thatcham to Newport, Wales, South Wales. And I was literally on top of it because it was said 0.02 of a mile where I was sat. So, and it was pick up between 12 up to 12:15. So I phoned up and said I could do it. But I was delivering into this distribution centre at 12. Hopefully get in and out and get on it. And he said, brilliant, that's no worries. And I got a good price on the first and second jobs. And sure enough, I went in at 20 to 12. They let me in at 20 to 12 in the security gate, and I backed on, and I delivered it all by about 5 to 12. So straight out, put the POD through, left the invoice, didn't time for that, and got to the other job, and it was a pallet, 80 kilo pallet, and I picked that up at about 12 o'clock. So I was on my second job. So although I started late Monday, I was on my second job going to South Wales, expecting probably not to get out of Wales or struggle or get back to Bristol. It was to the docks in Newport. I've been there once before, but the one I've been to was just inside the docks. It's huge, Newport docks. It's pretty desolate because a lot of the places, they're all steel, is shut. But I had to go right to the far end, about 2 miles in, and drop the pallet off. No problem at all. Took a few minutes, and there was nothing on the feed. I decided I was going to drive back up to Mega Services, which is on the M4. This first service is over the bridge, and it's not far from Newport. It was about 6 mile, 5 mile. So if I park there, I can cover Bristol, Newport, and even Cardiff at a push. And a job come up from Newport, and it was picking up in Newport, delivering to Oxford. And yep, I thought, great, if I could get that. And I quoted on it, and I didn't get it straight away. It was strange. There was no small van in Newport. Yeah, I quoted a good rate, not my highest rate, but a good rate. And so I phoned. I parked up and I phoned, and I said about it. And he was looking at other jobs, and he went, "So where are you?" I said, "I'm 5 minutes away," which I was. And he went, "Yep, I'll send it over to you." He says it's picking up one box. He says for a company. He said they're orange boxes. He said you're picking up from a storage centre. So he gave me the code for the gate, the code for the door, code for the padlock, 3 codes, and you get the box out of the room that it's in, small room, out, and on your way to Oxford. And I got there, and it was no problem. The codes all worked, and straight in, got the box straight out, and I thought, great, I'm at Oxford, and I'll drive home from there. And I got a phone call as I was at the gate, as I was in that place, saying it was the shipper saying, "Yeah, there's no problem." He says, "I just wondered if you could do an extra collection." He says, "In Gloucester on the way up," which is not very far out at all. And I went, "Yeah, I can see no reason what I can do that." And he put extra money, a good bit of extra money on. It was from Gloucester Hospital, but I've been at Gloucester Hospital. Really good instructions from the shipper, really good shipper. Found the box straight away, back out, and it was going to Oxford, and again it was going into a storage container, like room, storage access. And again, I got codes, and he said, "I just want you to take a photo and send the photo." He said, "And you can sign it off and put a photo of where you've delivered it, the room," and it was all good. And I got really good money, and I drove home. It was 51 miles home, and Monday was a really good day. Long day again. It was 11 and a half hours, but got good money. Well up on it, well up on target. In fact, pence per mile, Monday was my best day. And I booked a job in for Tuesday. I booked a job in Monday when I knew I was going to Oxford. And there was a job on there, one I've done numerous times, a fair while ago, but it was to Chelmsford and Bluewater, picking up the next morning at 7:15. And you have to be in Chelmsford, it's for retail, no later than 10 o'clock. They do not accept nothing after 10 o'clock. And it's normally it gives you 2.5, 3 hours. But the motorway, Luton, is always a pain. But I picked the boxes up Tuesday. There were only four, two for Chelmsford, two for Bluewater, and got to Chelmsford just after 9. So great. And I was done at about 10 in Bluewater when I had something to eat. Looking for another job, any sort of job back my way, and there wasn't a lot. I was in Bluewater, and there wasn't a lot. It was all going into central London, and then there was a job on there from Orpington, which is south of the. I was already over the bridge, Dartford, and it was south going to Hayes, so around the bottom of the M25, so to West London. And I quoted high, quoted well over £1 a mile, well over, and got the job. And it was just one box going to Hayes. It was going to a school right near Heathrow, and they're on holiday. The kids are not there, and it's going to be a facilities manager there. And I phoned him, and he came out, showed me his ID, and that was a box for his school. Didn't expect to get nothing. I had to fuel up. There's a good UK Fuels Esso garage on the old road just above the M4, and right where I was, and I was filling up, and I parked up in the garage. You can stay there for sort of half an hour, and a job was on there from West Drayton to Leicester, and West Drayton I was a mile away. So I phoned up and put a cheapish bid in to get out of Heathrow in the afternoon. You are not going to get 90 pence a pound a mile. If you are, fair play to you. You're going to go in cheap because there's drivers galore. They've been to London. They're looking to get home. I quoted 70 pence a mile. I'll tell you what I quoted. And I phoned up, and the shipper said he got cheaper quotes. I was the first one to phone. He got cheaper quotes. I told him my CX number, and I found out some as well. He says, "I'm going to give you a job." He says, "Because you've got 500 positive feedbacks and no negatives." Over 500. He says, I know the job's going to be done. He said, "You're doing it. You're not co-loading it." I said, "No, it's me. I work for myself." Anyway, I'm going to give you the job. He said, "Because I know it's going to be done, and it's 14 boxes." And brilliant. I didn't even know I'd got over 500 feedbacks, but yeah, we have 514, I think. I did look on that day. So that's helped me. That's helped me enormously. It actually had quotes of £50. I quoted 70 for 100 and I think it's 105 miles, and he'd had quotes of £50. Two quotes of £50 and the £60. He'd also had quotes of 90, 100, but he said he had quotes of 50. Whether he did, I don't know. And I got to Leicester, so I took 15 boxes to Leicester, and they were quite heavy. Going to wholesalers in North Leicester, so it was a little bit away, and I drove home from there. So another good day, Monday and Tuesday. I like to get 2 early days, Monday and Tuesday, get really good money. I'm prepared to work long hours. Like to get the money in Monday and Tuesday, and then I can sort of freewheel a little bit during the week, rest of the week. So that was good. And I hadn't booked nothing in for Wednesday, and I was a bit tired. I had early starts, and I had long days. And I said to my wife, I said, "I'm not going to book nothing in. I'm just going to wake up and see what happens, what's about." And the first job I got that come out of my area, there was a Kettering to Cannock and wait and return back to Kettering. And I'd done this job a couple of times before for the company, and I put a quote in, and the quote I was happy with, and I got the job, and it weren't picking up till 10 o'clock, and it was only an hour and 20 minutes to Cannock, and it was a pallet there, and it was a swap and a pallet back. They didn't even take the pallet off the van because there was light stuff on the pallet going. He just took that off, left the pallet on there, and put the boxes on the pallet all around in the van. So it's nice and easy. And I trundled back to Kettering, and I was back in Kettering by done and finished by 1:30, 3.5 hours. I got really good money for it, really good money for that. And I thought, you know what, I just want a local job. I don't really want much else today. Just a local job, get home, have an early finish, go and see my auntie or whatever. And there was jobs coming out of Melton Mowbray. And there was quite a few jobs. There's about 4, 5, 6, 7 jobs. And they're all for the next day. Pick up, deliver, next day. Start delivering in the morning. There was 6 drops here, 5 drops, 7 drops, 4 drops. And I thought, well, I could do one of these. I was 35 miles away. 35 miles away. And I thought I could do one of these. If I could get stuff south of where I live, then I could take it home, sleep, wake up early, and do these the next day. And there was one on there that was further south from where Northampton was. The rest were all going west, Manchester, up north, up to Lincolnshire first drop. So it's pointless going home because I've got a real journey to go the other way. So I quoted for one, and it was 7 drops to be done Thursday, but you could pick up Wednesday. So I put a quote of a day rate. My day rate is £250. If I work £250 for a day, it said it was 280 miles in total. So I put £250 on it, and I didn't quote on any of the others, but they were going. People were doing them. And I got a phone call saying, "You're okay to do this job for us tomorrow. It's Christmas decorations, and it's for shops, and it's 7 shops." So there's a company who's got lots of 300 franchises all over the country, and they're getting their Christmas display for their shop. So I said, "Yep, I can do that." So I picked up 7 boxes. No, 9 boxes. Sorry, two stores had 2 boxes, and she said you could do any order. I don't care what order you're doing in, but they're all got to be done by 5 at the latest. So 5. It was 7 shopping centres, like big shopping centres. So I knew it was going to be a bit of a pain. But that was Wednesday. I picked them up, took them home, and I did a bit of homework on what order I was going to do them in. Decided I was going to go to Southampton first. That was the furthest one away, and work my way back towards home. So when I did the last one in Watford, if it was 4 or 5 o'clock, I hadn't got so far to come home. And if I did it the other way around, I'd have been in Southampton, wouldn't have got nothing. I'd have had to tramp, and this way I would have had to tramp. So that's what we did. So that was Wednesday. So I did the one job really, Kettering Cannock back, and then I picked up these Mountain Mowbray for the next day. And the next day, Thursday, I'd got seven deliveries: Southampton, Basingstoke, Reading, Woking, Staines, Uxminster, and Watford. And obviously 7 shopping centres. They're all in shopping centres, apart from Staines, which I still had to park, and it was a shop in a shopping precinct, but they were outside, but you couldn't get on the road. It was pedestrianised. I had to park, I don't know, 300 yards away and walk it in. But shopping centres are great if you know where the goods entrances are. Southampton, I knew where it was. I've been there before. I've been there numerous times, that shopping centre, West Quay, and I knew where I'd got to go. So first one, bang, in, out, lovely. And I left the house at 6. I was delivered Southampton, and Basingstoke was another one that wasn't too difficult. Reading, the Oracle Centre, was a pain in the neck. It took me a while to get that sorted and find, because you have to go to the back of the shops in the loading bays. But we got it all done, and I was finished by 2:30. So I started at 6 and finished at 2:30. I was at Watford, finished 2:30, done. And I'd had a break as well. So I'd done really well. Thought I'd done really well. And I weren't really looking for nothing to go home. I'd got 45, 50 mile. I was a bit knackered, to be honest. And it was a lot. Done it all. And the reason I looked at the feed, I put my laptop on while I was at Watford that one was upstairs. It was the upper level at Watford, the Harlequin Centre. It was, no, yeah, not the Harlequin Centre, the one before was upper level. But I put my feed on and there was a job Friday from Northampton, from a Northampton shipper who uses me a fair bit. And it was 3 drops Birmingham and 2 drops, one to the west of Ellesmere Port, and the other one was in Salford in Manchester for Friday. So 5 drops. So I put a quote in on that, and I got it. This was Thursday. I got it for Friday. Pick up 7 o'clock. So I decided to drive home Thursday, and I weren't too late home. I was home at 4 o'clock. Finished, done. So it was a 10-hour day, Thursday, and for 250. So that weren't too bad. And then Friday, so I had a nice early finish Thursday, 4 o'clock. And then Friday, I was picking up at 7 o'clock from about 3 miles from my house. Getting comfortable. As you can tell, we're in the bedroom. It's quiet in here. And picked it up, 5 drops. It was two, one Celio, one Edgbaston, one right in the centre. It was actually to this company, solicitors, has got another solicitors in Birmingham, right in the centre, Colmore Row. Really busy, but I've been there before, and it's okay. Yeah, you are right in the centre, and it's a pain. But we got the 3 Birminghams done, and I was out of Birmingham. I picked up at 7. I delivered the 2 residential ones and the Birmingham into their office, and I was out back on the motorway at the M6 by 9:45. And then I went to it was Ellesmere Port. Well, it wasn't Ellesmere Port. It's called Wilbarston, I think it was. It's about another 10 miles further. But that was residential, and I got phone numbers for all these people, and I phoned them 20 minutes before to say I was 20 minutes away, and I got every reply was, "Yep, brilliant." I said, "Look out for a little white van, and you know, it's going to be me." So we got that one done, and then we got Salford, and Salford was right in Salford. Right, it was a big block of flats, new flats, and it was right next to the Sainsbury's and McDonald's, so it was perfect for me. And when I phoned him, he says, "Brilliant." He was buzzing, and he says, "I'll come down out the flats." He said, "I'll meet you out the front of the flat, so you don't have the aggro parking." He said, and he told me there's a McDonald's right there. He said, "If you park around that corner," he said, "I'll meet you." And sure enough, he did. And he showed me his ID, which was brilliant. Driving license. It was the exact person I got to deliver to. And he took the 2 items off me. And I went into McDonald's and I grabbed a drink and looked for the feed. So I'd done Friday, got good money going up. I was looking for a job back to Northampton then. I had a bit of a rest. I needed fuel. And Sainsbury's was behind McDonald's in Salford. So I went to Sainsbury's, got cheap fuel. Wow. Fuel in Manchester. 153 it was. That was without my UK fuel card. That was just me using my business bank card. So I filled up the fuel. I thought I'll go in Sainsbury's, get sandwich. I looked at the feed and it was busy. It was quite busy. But I wanted to go south. I could have gone to Gateshead, could have gone to Glasgow. On Friday I want to get home. And a job come on there and it was from Oldham. And it was going to Bristol, which is not home. It's way from being home. But it was delivery Monday morning at 9 o'clock in Bristol. In fact, it was Nailsea, further than Bristol. Nailsea. And the mileage was there. And I put a good quote on it, thinking, I could do this. If I get my petrol money back home tonight, that'll do me. And if I get good money on it going to Bristol, then it's a winner. So I put a quote on it. I thought I may not get that. And I phoned up. And it was a really nice shipper. Explained that I could pick it up within half an hour, that it was going to Northampton in my van, going to be secure over the weekend, and I would deliver it 9 o'clock. Well, between 9 and 12, it said Monday. I said it's likely to be there between 9 and 10 on Monday. I said, so that's why I've put the quote in if it's no good. And he went, that's absolutely fine. He said, I'm quite happy with that. He said, I want it picking up before 3. I said, well, I'm going to pick it up about 2, 2:15. And he went, no, that's brilliant. So I got the job. Yay! So A, I got out of Manchester, and B, on a Friday, I'm going home. early finish. I was home by 5. I was in a pub actually, meeting my wife. My wife took my auntie. Bless her, she's in a wheelchair. She's in a home, and she took her. The pub's just down the road. She's actually moving from this home, although it's really nice. Seems to be an even nicer home we've found her. And yeah, she said, "Oh, I'm in the pub with auntie." I said, "Well, I'll meet you at the pub." So I went in, had a coffee with them. They'd just finished, and helped my wife get my auntie back in the home with a wheelchair. Blah blah blah. And that was my week done. So all happy. And yeah, so we did 7 drops Thursday, 5 Friday. So multi-drop. Well, not 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 your Amazon where they do about 150 drops, I gather, but still multi-drop. And I did quite a bit of mileage last week, 1,617 miles. I did 51-hour week, which is getting quite the norm now. 38 hours drive. It's pretty repetitive my last few weeks. I've been checking. And I got 1,086 net before me 20%. The 20% puts it up to 1,303 and 20 pence. Take off the 10% because I'm on the flat rate, as you know. That's 130.32. And I've come out with 1,172.88, which is not too bad. It's really, actually, it's better than not too bad. It's pretty good. For a small van, it's pretty good. No nights out, no tramping this week. And it works out at £234.57 a day. And if you average that out at 10 hours, that's £23.45 an hour. You take off your fuel, your cost, the van cost, your insurances and everything like that. Yeah, you're still not on brilliant money. And you're still doing a good few hours. But I still think it's okay for what I'm doing. I am getting. I had a stroke of luck Monday where Monday and obviously the two Thursday and Friday was my money was in straight away. I didn't have to look for other jobs really. Thursday I'd got a day rate, so I was on all day. Friday I'd got the 5 drops, enough money for the day, and I got the load back, and I've got the load for Monday, and I've got 140 miles Monday, something like that, and I've got good money on Monday, and it gets me started. I'll have that money in my, by 9:30 I'll be tipped, and I'll be ready to get something out of Bristol, and I'm already got half my day, what I want for the day. So hopefully Monday again will be another busy day. So it's all good. Uh, Thanks for subscribing. I am now, I think, about 20 short of 1,000 subscribers. It's mad. It is mad. But if you can subscribe, I would really appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you've got any questions, I've tried to answer them. I answered a couple last week. Someone asked me a question. Uh, how much can I get 2 pallets in my van? The answer is no. I can't get 2 standard pallets. I can get 2 blues, 2 euros. And believe it or not, I've got 2 pallets on at the moment. They're smaller pallets. They're 600s. And I've got 2 of them on with these crates that are going to Bristol Monday. And I can get 2 blues on. I've measured it. Side on, they go on. I've never done it. My van is an L2. It takes 1 pallet easy with a fair bit of room at the front. It's got about that much room at the front. It's got, I can take 1.9, something like that, 1.8 long. Yeah, it's about 1.8 long, something like that. I think it's 1.9 actually. And corner to corner, I can take over 2 meters. I've put doors in, 2 meter doors at 45-degree angle across comfortably. So yeah, I can get more in than just an ordinary small van. That's what's classed as a midi van. And also, it's running well. I mean, it's going good. Hope you're all doing well, and hope you're making money. And if you like the video, like I say, if you could subscribe, it don't cost you anything, and listen to me talk absolute crap, I would appreciate it. Anyway, we're going out tonight. We're going to my brother-in-law's for a curry and a catch up, and then tomorrow I'm fishing in the morning. Yeah, I was going to do this tomorrow when I was fishing, but I'm helping my grandson, so it's there's no time. When I'm on my own, I can chill. But with my grandson there, who's only 7, it's full on. So, but we're still carp fishing. I'm carp fishing. He's not. So, have a great weekend, and I'll catch you next week. Cheers.